Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Sue Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Minnesota, and happy World Card Making Day. I'm a little crooked there, aren't I? I don't know which way it goes. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a great day and are able to make some cards today. And then more importantly, we need to send them. I'm getting better about sending cards. I love to make them. I have lots of cards, but I need to get better about sending them. And I will be very honest about that. The best place to find me is northstarstamper.com. I have a lot of fun fold ideas on there. I like to do one sheet wonders. If you don't know what that is, go check out my blog. And then to connect with me, this is also the best place. So you can contact me, you can sign up for my newsletter, you can get to my Facebook, YouTube, depending on where you're finding my this video. But you can also get to Pinterest and Instagram as well. So, and if you want to order any Stampin' Up! Products that I use today, you can go to northstarstamper.stampinup.net. I'll bring this back at the end of the show, at the end of the video. All right, so the Sympathy card we're making today is very similar to this one. I'm going to use a different sentiment, and then I'm going to add an early espresso layer. So, I think my last video, I forgot to tell you all the pieces I had. I have, this one is Cajun Craze, 5.5 by 8.5. I have an early espresso layer that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So it's just an eighth smaller or bigger than the layers I normally use, because I just want a tiny reveal around my focal point here. And this is 3 3/4 by 5. So this is an eighth bigger than 3 3/4 by 5. And we're going to start with our white. We're going to put, I'll leave this here so you can see where we're going. This is going to be lots of fun. To use this very large, I don't know, what is it called? A sheaf of wheat? I don't know. We're going to use the gathered wheat. We're going to use this. I might use this on the inside of my card. And then I found this sentiment, which is very nice, in Nature's Harvest, this one here, that says, "Sending healing thoughts. May nature's beauty bring peace to your soul." I thought that was a very nice Sympathy card sentiment. So we're going to use a Stamparatus. With the large stamps like this one, I stamped it using a block and I didn't get a nice image. So when that happens, I go to my Stamparatus. You can see these magnets are very strong. So I'm going to put that down with the magnets. I'm going to tilt that a little bit because I want this at the bottom. Let me watch for a minute and make sure. Let me look in the camera. Okay, I think we're good. So I'm going to put this down at the bottom because I want to leave room for my sentiment at the top. When I'm using my Stamparatus, I like to put a stamp case underneath. I think I did this one in shaded soft suede. We're going to use early espresso and get a little darker image. I'm also going to ink this stamp with my blending brush. Okay, so I have it right on there where I want it. I know my cardstock's not going to move because I have my very strong magnets. Now I'm going to adhere my stamp to my plate. And then we're going to add ink. The reason I'm using the Stamparatus is I can decide when I have enough ink on my stamp. So you can see that is not nearly enough. Let me just do a light touch. Oh, we're getting there. I'm hoping you can see that. I'm just going to do a very light touch and then spread it around with my blender pen or blending brush. If you've noticed, I've been using these blending brushes to ink my stamps more and more, especially these large ones. And then I also do that with my distinctive stamps, which is a special stamp that is only found at Stampin' Up! You can read about that in our catalog. All right, there we go. So there is our image. Isn't that lovely? All right, I'm going to, I think we're done. So we're going to take this off and put the Stamparatus to the side. Now we need some ink and paper. We're going to put paper underneath. See, that was from my first video. If you don't know where that stamp came from, watch my first video, my masculine card. And we're going to take Post-it notes and mask off this top, because that's where I want my sentiment to go. Am I straight on? I think I am. All right. Excuse me, not quite perfect, because it will be very noticeable if it's not straight. You know what? I'm going to use these. I'm going to use the grid on my grid paper. Getting this right is important, so that's why I'm taking my time. So now I have the Post-it notes going to the same line on my grid paper. This is also going to hold my focal point here down. All right. Oh dear, this is only my second of 3 videos, and am I already losing my voice? All right, at 2 minutes ago, literally, I decided to switch out my colors. So I can't decide if I'm going to use So Saffron or Daffodil Delight to add a little yellow to highlight the center of this. So I'm using blending brushes, and you can see I have a different brush for each color. So this would be for all my browns, my early espresso, my soft suede, my gray granite. This is going to be for all my lighter colors, mostly yellows. I would probably use that one for pale papaya as well. And this I'm using for all my oranges and those sorts of things. I think I used it with Mary Merlot earlier. So I do just have one brush per color. I don't have one for every individual ink color we have. Sorry, I need another drink. So I'm going to start off the paper and just swirl in. Excuse me. If I get a splotch that I don't like, honestly, I don't worry about it, because I'm going to add so much ink to this piece that I will just cover it up. So I just go in circles and blend around and around and around. I'm going to go kind of close to the middle, but I'm going to leave the very center white. And this was basic white cardstock. So I was thinking other ideas for this Sympathy card. From a distance, you probably think that wheat is a tree. And it would be lovely as a tree if you had a tree that size. I don't think I do right now. Beauty of Friendship does have a tree that you could create. It would also be lovely with a very large single flower, and then you can use floral colors around the edge of that. All right, so there's some So Saffron. Let's add Cajun Craze, because that's going to be our card base. I'm going to use a different ink, and then start off, and then just blend in circles. See, there's some splotches there, but that's all right. I'm going to go pretty heavy with this. My Post-it notes are keeping this piece adhered to my grid paper. Swirl, swirl, swirl. What other ideas do you have besides my tree and a flower and this? I think it's a sheaf of wheat. No, I think a sheaf is a single wheat. Anyway, let's keep going. Keep going. I suppose you could put anything as your focal point, whatever the recipient of the card is interested in. Say they're interested in cars, you could make it, you know, in their favorite colors, or team mascot. That'd be kind of fun. All right, we're getting there. Let's add just a touch. We're going to leave these open in case I want some more. Early espresso with my brown, and I'm just going to go on the edge. I think I want to go back and add more yellow. Oh, see there, I got some splotches. I'm getting a little carried away with my brown, not quite what I wanted, but that's all right. I am going to add that brown layer to this card. More down here. Let's go back and add some more Cajun Craze. Just kind of blend, blend, blend. No right or wrong. You stop when you think you're done. I'm going to go back again to my Saffron and add more yellow. Oh, look at that. That just made it pop. When I saw that yellow right there, I'm like, yep, we're done. Almost done. There we are. I will hold it sideways, or the right way, so you can see it. I know you watch me sideways. I always pretend you're sitting to my right. And it works really well because I'm a lefty. So get these closed up. I'm going to leave early espresso open because we'll use that for our sentiment. Here comes the big reveal. Let's see, there is a little line right here. That's all right though. I don't think it will ruin my card, but I notice it. So that's why I took so long putting those masks down. All right, hold on. I need to take care of myself here. All right, sorry about that. All right, our sentiment I already have on a block. Sending healing thoughts, may nature's beauty bring peace to your soul, and we're going to practice. We're going to practice lining it up, see if it lines up right where, and it is very straight compared to that line. So I know that my sticker is about the same angle as my stamping image is going to be. And then I can stamp, press, lift. There we are. There's our, I keep calling it my focal point. Let's add some layers. Let's see, what else do I want to do? I have card layers here. Where did my white ones go? Oh, I don't have one for the oh, there it is. It's hiding. I am gonna take this single. I think it's called. This is called a sheaf of wheat, right? I should have learned this before I started. I'm gonna use a big block. Let's use Cajun Craze for this. This is going to go on the inside of my card. Cajun Craze is kind of a dark color to be writing on. So we're going to stamp off twice. Maybe just stamp off once. I was looking to see how light my image was getting. This is too light. I want it like this. So I stamp off once. And then go on there. Very nice. You know what? Just to be quick, we're going to stamp off once and put that on my envelope. Oh, I got a ring there. I have another envelope here for my other card. I like tying everything together. A little bit of adhesive. Let's get this out of the way. All right. Our cardstock. Fold it in half. I had misplaced my bone folder, so I'd been using a block. I think I have so many supplies here, I didn't see it. All right. We're going to add adhesive to the back of this. And then line it up. Remember, I cut this only 1/8 of an inch, so I only have a 1/16 of an inch all the way around. That looks pretty even. And then I'm going to turn it over to burnish it. There we go. Make sure your card's opening the way you want it to. There's that. And this is for the inside of my card. Make sure I put it where it belongs with the wheat at the bottom. Again, this is 3 3/4 by 5. So it's a bigger margin around it than I normally use. And you know I like to stamp the back of my card. I'm going to use Early Espresso. And this one says, made with love. Copyright Stampin' Up. There we are. today's sympathy card. Thank you for joining me, and I'm going to remember to bring this back. Yay. Hopefully you can find me when you need me. Thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. I'll be back at 11 o'clock Central Time with a holiday card. I'm kind of teasing because I didn't say which holiday. So join me at 11 and see which holiday we are celebrating on World Card Making Day. And I'm hoping that you're able to join Stampin' Up. There will be thousands of us at stampinup.com at 2 o'clock Mountain Time. So 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern at stampinup.com. The link is already there, and we'll be watching our co-founder Shelly and her daughter Sarah, who is our current CEO, stamping. They are so fun to watch stamp together, and that is our first one of the day. So hopefully you can join me for more stamping later, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye.